You're listening to the Unheard Podcast.
Welcome to
not episode
the
11.
First live of season 2 of the Unheard Podcast. How are we doing? How you doing, Sal? You all good, brother?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm warm. It is a little bit warm. Probably should have turned my aircon on, but
I think it's a bit too hot, mate, as they say. I think it's a bit too hot, yeah.
it is a bit too hot, mate. It is a bit too hot.
But it's it's a good day for Tarkov players. It's the day of wipe, and I think that's the real reason why we're here.
It is indeed, mate. It is indeed. It is the hardcore wipe, baby.
And let's be really honest, it's very hardcore. It's
How have you found it so far, brother?
Oh, mate, it's like I have had my ass handed to me on another level, mate. It's just been
Really?
It's been brutal. Yeah, it's been brutal. I mean, first PMC run, I was sniped off spawn. But I mean, look, these things happen. But I'm trying to play Tarkov at the pace that I was trying to play it with the last wipe, and everything's a little bit different. You're kind of starting as a Timmy again, right? And it's just, it's tough though, man. It really is tough. And then Scav run went absolutely brilliant until I had to wait an hour after I did the first one.
Yes, sir.
But I mean, other than that, 2 PMC runs, 2 deaths. But I do have some stuff that I've put in the secured container, which is good. But yeah, we move, mate. We move. How have you found your start to wipe?
So, again, I think one of the issues that I always have at the start of wipe is obviously you go from late wipe where you're running around like a lunatic. You couldn't really give a fuck about whether or not you're going to lose kit, except XYZ, because you've got 20 million in the bank, right? It doesn't really matter. It's not necessarily the end of the world. To then, going, oh shit. I've got Timmy stats again. I am running around like an asthmatic 95-year-old that's smoked 40 a day for the past 70 years, and you're like...
That's a good way to sum it up, mate. That's a really good way to sum it up.
You move off spawn, you're like, where's me inhaler? Jesus Christ. And then, obviously, you've got the added layer of, like, I tried to ensure myself on ground zero, right, for my first PMC run. Pistol, packer, commando rig, set of ears, and a bag. Do you want to take a guess at how much the insurance was going to cost if I bothered?
About 80k?
350,000 rupees.
Oh, okay. So that's...
so I didn't insure.
No, I think we'll skip that
insure.
one.
Yeah, absolutely not. Found two car batteries. Found a load of hideout items. It was great, doing really well. I started making my way down to Nakatomi Plaza to go and check out and go and see the boy Hans Gruber, and got extract camped.
Oh, great, good start.
A real
GG's. Good start to wipe. Yeah.
Scav run went well. Binned a PMC, got pushed by his mate, lit his mate up, run out of ammo because I only had a chance to grab armor and a gun.
Mm-hmm.
To then hear him voiping, "Oi, you little shit!" as I was running off to extract with his mate's gun and trooper armor and a bag full of stuff, which was fucking hilarious. Honestly, it's great. Because I could literally just hear it over VoIP as I was running out of, like, the new warehouses near Stronghold.
Oh, yeah. Another one.
Yeah. I binned him in there and then legged it and could hear him outside as I was crossing the train tracks of the power building. He's going, "Oi, you shit!" I literally heard it, and then a load of gunfire as he got pushed by other scavs. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
So cheers to the scar, mate. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So what have I lost? I've lost the SR25, and I've lost the starting like M4 that you get. But it's different, man. And I think it's obviously us talking about it. It's a lot different. Like, you know, we're not talking about, you know, well, not just yet, but we will do. But we're not talking at the moment about, you know, what BSG have said is going to happen. We're actually talking about the stuff that's actually happened. So, for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, Escape from Tarkov wiped today in what they call a hardcore wipe. So it's a different type of play set in terms of what wipes have been previously. So previously what happens is the game will wipe, you'll lose all your stats, you'll basically go back to level 1, everything's reset, and then you go again. This time it's a little bit different. They've kind of and we put some stuff up on the screen there that you can see that's cycling around. They've kind of made it an extra challenging wipe, as they call it. So there's certain things which we'll get into, but man, honestly, I don't know if it's because in my mind it's a extra challenging hardcore wipe, but it just feels it feels tough, mate. It really does feel tough, and I think it comes with positives and negatives, I would say, in terms of, you know, are people gonna be on board with it? Are people gonna get bored very quickly and push it to the side? I don't know, but obviously these are the things that we're going to talk about today. But it's good. It's, you know, it's a wipe at the end of the day, and yeah, let's just see how it plays out.
I just opened up Twitter and saw a tweet from Talkie, right, and it just says, "It's painful, dudes."
Wow.
And I feel that.
Yeah,
I definitely feel that. But on a real, like, I think because obviously they announced today that for the first kind of while there's not going to be quests. I think that's thrown an awful lot of people off, but I don't think that it's necessarily like a problem, because it's going to slow that wipe progression down. Because like we were talking to RTA earlier, and he was saying how, you know, he's running around with a packer and a pistol, and you got Cacao running around with a Gazelle and an Altin on already at level 10.
Yeah.
It's going to potentially slow down that kind of wipe progress. It's also going to... Because one of the issues that I definitely found with last wipe, because obviously all of the hideout items, the ones that you couldn't craft, had to be found in raid to upgrade your hideout. And I never ended up finishing upgrading my hideout. Because I find at least, you get so kind of sucked into doing the quests that you end up forgetting, oh shit, I need however many relays and stuff like that. Also, early wipe PvP is a lot of fun. Like, that second raid that I did before we went live, I ended up fighting like 8 or 9 scavs all in the parking lot of the Terror Group building, because I was desperately trying to avoid players, because I had found in raid stuff that I knew I was going to need. I ran out of ammo for both of my pistols. Both pistol mags were dry. I forgot to bring spare rounds in, because obviously you can't put them in your gamma or your secure container, whichever one you're using. Which is, you know, that is definitely an interesting change, and I think that's gonna that is gonna be quite interesting to see what types of what types of ammunition and stuff people run. Are you going to end up seeing people that are running, say, I don't know, they're running one mag of like super kitted stuff, and then later on they're going to end up, the rest of the mags are going to be kind of lower tier gear, like lower tier stuff, so they don't run out? Or are you going to end up having like people, because you remember when people used to weird pack mags like, all the time? You'd have a mix of like M855 and M855.
I think people still do it now, right? People still do that now.
People do it, but I think it's going to be like an awful lot more like prevalent, I think.
Yeah. I think, and I think as well, you're not going to see like M61 as much. And, you know, possibly M80 and, you know, the crafts for ammo, stuff like that. I mean, look, you might see M80, but certainly M61. But we don't know. We're just speculating at the moment. But in terms of like what you said, like going back to what you said in terms of having no tasks, having no quests to do, I am completely on the opposite side. I think it's it doesn't give people a purpose to play the game, in my opinion. Like, you know, what is there to do? You go into, unless you're like a massive like PvP enjoyer, then, you know, what have I got to do on Tarkov at the moment? I've got to run around and I've got to find bits for the hideout to get the hideout upgraded, or I've got to run around, find quest items that I think that are going to come, and you know, try and get them out. For me personally, I don't think it doesn't give me an incentive to play the game. I very much enjoy logging on and finding the killing scavs on ground zero and going finding the mountain machine guns, because
true,
you know, it's all we've known, and you know, it's always been part of a wipe. But I think for me, like I said, and I don't think I'll change my mind on this, there's no incentive for me to go on. I don't really care about loot. I don't just want to play to loot. You know, I want to play with some type of like objective. You know, because if you go in there and you're like, all right, you got to kill 5 scavs across the territory, and you've got to get the two mounted guns on ground zero. Okay, well, everyone's playing ground zero. It's like, you know, everyone's playing ground zero. Everyone's got an objective. You know, they all want to get out of the car, extract. You know, it's quite kind of like bottlenecked at ground zero. Everyone's trying to do that. Now it just seems like it's a absolute customs. And what was the other map that you can go to?
Customs Ground Zero Factory.
Yeah, that was it. So there's 3 maps that you can go to now. Although it is safe to note that Battlestate made an absolute fuck up in the white release, which allowed. I think it's been patched. Yeah, I do think it's been patched now, but it did allow players to go to any map that they wanted to go to. But I think that's now obviously been. Well, I know it has, because I tried not long ago to get into a PMC. Ended up going to ground zero, and I had to transition to streets, and then got put down by a squad of players, which was good. But yeah, I mean, just going back to it, like what we were saying. Yeah, they've temporarily stopped the quests, but you know, hopefully they come back in a day or so. And to be honest, from what I'm reading on Twitter, I think they will do.
See, right, I've got a theory behind this, and I sent this to you in a voice note, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I think that the reason that they're doing it is because I don't think that when 1.0 is released, you're going to have these quests immediately unlockable.
Mm-hmm.
Because the quest that we're doing kind of in game, and that we have done time and time again, right? For some of us, like I've gotten by the end of this wipe, I'll probably have 6,000 hours in the game, right? And there are obviously people that have got far more.
Yeah.
Onto's got what, 13,000 hours in this game,
mm-hmm.
And other people have got far more than me, or far less. But an awful lot of the quests that people do, and the quests that are in the game currently, are side quests, right? They are I'm trying to do the main game in Skyrim and getting absolutely sidetracked because some small child has lost their like little stuffed dog in a cave.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you come out of that cave and there are 17 other people going like, I've lost my fishing rod. Can you go? They're those, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not the main story. They're not the main kind of quest line behind Escape from Tarkov. So I feel like what's going to happen is that in 1.0, maybe a week after the game finally fully releases, these quests are going to start getting kind of gradually released out. So when people have completed those main quests, they've got stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I kind of like the fact that there's no quests, right? Mainly because I don't have that incentive of going, oh, for fuck's sake, I've got to go and try and queue into Ground Zero. Everyone's trying to queue into Ground Zero, so I'm going to have to go and have a row with so many people trying to get into the Terror Group building, trying to get this, blah, 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 blah. And, like, it means that I can pick a map and I can go, right, I want to go and loot this stuff, or what do I fancy playing? Okay, well, I'm going to go to factory, and then I'm going to immediately transit as quickly as I can to woods, because I'm going to go and have a wander around woods. I'm going to pick up some loot, and then I'm going to get out and extract. It's going to give people more of an incentive to kind of just rotate around maps and give them not necessarily other stuff to do, because remember, weeklies and dailies are still going to be there.
That's right, yeah.
Right. So weeklies and dailies are, especially for those people that have got prestige, and prestige level 2 are going to get more weeklies and dailies, which are obviously going to benefit them, because I'm going to assume that the rewards, at least at the start, are going to be kind of more focused on like hideout items and stuff like that. My game's closing. Because I still got the game open, because we were playing literally before we went live, which was why we were slightly late.
Yeah.
Because Sal ended up having to go to streets.
Yeah. No, yeah, I did. And then got immediately binned. And I honestly, and Sneak to vouch for this, I got binned, and the words out of my mouth was, fuck this game, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm going to go and fucking play WoW. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the only reason that Sal is not arsed with this wipe after the two fairly poor start wipe runs is because he wants to go and try and farm rare mounts before my wife can get them on WoW, because she's got like 650.
Oh wow, yeah. Honestly, it's like something else. I actually
That conversation, we were sat there in Discord the other night. I could hear your brain go, right, well, that's a number to beat. Okay, off we go.
Yeah. And we got one last night. So we got one last night. Yeah, it was probably the shittest one that you could get, but we got them out, and that, that's all that matters, right? It's but yeah, so the words out of my mouth, and like honestly, these were the words, like fuck this. I can't be arsed. And then I actually said the words, let's get the pod done, and then I'm going to go and play WoW. They were the words out of my mouth. Yeah, but obviously,
I'm also going to do, I'm going to go and play some WoW.
We're going to play some WoW. And
I am at a 50% survival rate, so, we're doing all right.
I mean, I am at a 0% survival rate. So, but look, this is Tarkov, and the start of last wipe was great, but the start of this wipe is rough, and
I had a rough start to the last wipe as well. And I think as well, what kind of compounded the rough start to last wipe is I had then 2 12-hour drop streams as well. So I've done 24 hours playing Tarkov before. But doing 12 hours or doing 24 hours at the start of a wipe is so much more difficult, because obviously, you can't just go, I've got a shitload of money. This doesn't matter. Everyone knows that the start of a Tarkov wipe is rough.
Yeah.
And it always is, and it always will be. Some wipes, I have a great start to the wipe. I think last wipe, I died first raid, and then I didn't die for like 10 raids, and then basically fell over for 20 and completely negated the fact that I'd had a brilliant start. The wipe before that, when Ground Zero was first introduced, I don't think I survived for the first 10 raids of my wipe.
It's just, yeah.
But I think, I don't know, man, I felt different playing this wipe. I don't know if that makes sense. Obviously you get the early wipe kind of nerves. Hello Rita, by the way. How are you finding your start of wipe, brother man? Obviously you get the early wipe nerves and stuff like that, didn't you?
Yeah.
But I feel like this is slightly different, mainly because of the fact that that Packer was really important at the start of last wipe. It's even more important at the start of this wipe, because otherwise it's going to cost you 500,000 rubles to insure the bloody thing.
Yeah.
You don't want to insure it.
Yeah, but
and the prices from traders have gone up and stuff like that. So I feel like you're going to be able to hold on to that kind of early wipe feeling for a lot longer.
Yeah.
I do think you are going to see an awful lot more big squads playing that.
So let's get into the extra challenging wipe and the 3 images that Battlestate tweeted out. And, I think we'll go through section by section, have a little natter about them, and then yeah, because it'll be obviously interesting to, get our thoughts, I think, on these slides. And yeah, so the first one, if we start from the top and then the three and then the four bottoms. So flea market has been disabled. Now it doesn't say how long for. We don't know if it's going to be the same as what it was at the start of last wipe, which was about 3 or 4 weeks, wasn't it? I think it was 3 weeks.
I think it was three weeks. I still think that it's going to be gone for the whole wipe.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
I think that this wipe is going to be a test bed because they've said that they're going to put in like a hardcore setting into the game. This is a test bed for that.
Yeah.
Like, as much as an awful lot of people on the internet are not happy about this, and I feel like a lot of people aren't happy about this because they don't get to play in the way that they want to play the game. And a lot of people, I'm not saying that they play the game wrong, because they don't, because I think that's the beauty of this game. You can play it how you want. Like, I like to balance between playing a little bit slower and then playing like super aggressive at times. Other people like to play really slow all the time. Other people like to run around labs like lunatics, jump shopping people, and basically every single labs or whatever raid that they do is it's a FaZe Clan Call of Duty montage from 2010, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people don't think that they're going to be able to adapt to that. They don't think they're going to be able to adapt how they usually play to that, because the risk is, exponentially much higher, or they're not going to be able to run X, Y, or Z meta kit with X, Y, or Z meta part, because it's one of them. Sam, you know exactly what Tarkov is. When is the next graphic settings video going to be released, handsome man? And when are you going to come back on the pod?
It's already bouncing now. It's currently being uploaded.
He's already, it's being rendered as we speak.
It's currently,
it is.
Yeah.
Easy 25,000 views in the first 3 days. Cheers to the ad revenue, says Samosh.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But look, I think having no flea is good. I think it obviously adds to the hardcore aesthetic of the game, doesn't it? And, not having that flea market to fall back on and buy whatever you want, and it's going to make Gunsmith really tough, right?
Yeah, because let's be honest, like Gunsmith has for a long time for me for wipes been, I can't really be bothered to play Tarkov, so I'm going to sit down for like however many hours until I get like time locked. Yeah.
I'm going to build guns,
and I'm just going to build guns, and I'm going to get a shitload of XP whilst sat down, watching X, Y, and Z. You got any settings up still? As long as I get 50% of your ad revenue, mate. But no, seriously, Sam, we can talk about that later. But Sam, when are you going to come back on the pod? Secondly, if you don't know man like Samosh, all right, definitely go and check out his YouTube videos. All right, he doesn't release as many anymore on his gaming channel. However, he is also an excellent photographer. He's a man of many talents. So you should definitely go and check him out if you want great graphic settings.
Yeah,
and hopefully we will get him on the pod again very, very
100%
soon.
We will. And a little bit of inside information here, but Samosh has got a graphic setting video which will be dropping very soon. So if you
may or may not be my graphic settings.
Yeah. But yeah, look, Flea, just like summarizing that, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it adds to the hardcore element of the game, and I think it's gonna be interesting to see what it looks like, as everything is really, because look, it's not even been 6 hours or 12 hours. It's not even been 12 hours since it wiped, so it'll be interesting. No one has flea at this point of a wipe anyway. It's always like level 15 locked, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man.
It is going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm hoping, and this is definitely more of a hope, because I feel like, you know, you're going to have the same people that are, you know, either they have the ability to sweat this game for however many days a week because they work from home, or you know, they're full-time content creators and they've got the ability to be able to kind of smash through levels far more than I'm able to, though. Yeah. I am breaking up for summer holidays next Friday. I've already put my sleeping pattern in the bin. All right, I know that it's going to go, and now we've got Tarkov wipe, so hopefully we're going to be doing a lot of Tarkov over the summer holidays. Yeah. But, you know, I'm kind of hoping, going back without getting obnoxiously sidetracked as usual, I'm kind of hoping that because there's no flea, because the progression is going to be slower, because everyone is having to do a hardcore wipe, it's going to mean that an awful lot more people aren't going to be able to run those meta kits for a long time. Yeah. You know, you're going to get some, like, weird as fuck, janky gun builds because people are going, right, I need to build this M4 as best as I can. Yeah. And then, you know, it's just going to be, well, interesting. Oh, apparently M61 is still available from Ref. So.
Great.
If,
so a lot of,
have Arena, get Arena, play a lot of Arena, not only because, right, before they announced the hardcore wipe, I used to, and I stopped doing it for ages, and I don't know why I stopped doing it for ages, because I shouldn't have stopped doing it for ages, but I used to run, at the start of every stream, I used to run Factory for like a good like half an hour, I basically say I had to get 5 survives or however many PMC kills before I actually like started playing the game, if that makes sense. And it would get me really comfortable with CQC. Like, I felt like I was my kind of playstyle was improving, my aiming was improving, everything else like that. Now the problem with doing that in a hardcore wipe is you can't really do it unless I just do it naked with a pistol. However, playing something like Arena, which has got essentially the same, it's essentially exactly the same mechanics as Tarkov, same movement style, X, Y, and Z, is gonna. I'm playing something like Last Hero. Even you can play a couple of rounds of Last Hero, right? Not only are you kind of benefiting yourself because if you've got your dailies and whatever, you can get unlockables, which you can then send to main game, unlock weapon crates, etc., which is going to be super helpful. But also, you're going to get more comfortable in taking those fights when you're in main game, when the kit is more important than when you're running around like a moron with an Ash 12 shooting people's legs out on Chop Shop.
No comment.
Look, it's great fun. It's great fun. But like, I am hoping that people aren't running as like ridiculously meta kits later on into the wipe. And I know it's also going to be a short wipe, so the chances are of you running into people like that later on in wipe is going to be slim, because obviously less people are going to have the time to progress that far. Yeah. But I'm kind of hoping that it kind of does remove that meta bias that I guess Tarkov does have, though chances of that happening are slim to none, right? Because everyone kind of still falls back on the same guns, the same kind of setups, and whatever else. I might just run an SKS or wipe.
I mean, I'm just going to play WoW or wipe.
I'm also going to be playing WoW or wipe.
Yeah. So
because I accidentally started a second character last night as well, didn't I?
You did. Yeah, you did. And hopefully we can play some on that tonight. Hopefully.
Hell yeah, brother.
So yeah, moving on to the bottom 4 tiles then on the first kind of like information that Battlestate Games gave the community. So increased item requirements for hideout zones. Hideout zones don't require found in raid items now. There's limited hideout ammo crafts, and there's a reduced spawn chance of rare loot. So the first one and the second one, really. So there's an increased item requirements for hideout zones. Now, I had a little look before. Things have just like the number of things that you just need to find have gone up. But I think the second point is the biggest one to note, really, because last wipe we had to find items and keep them found in raid in order for you to use them on your hideout. So you had to either find them in raid or you craft them in the hideout. So Now that you don't have to do that, it's completely different. But, and we tested this before, you can put anything into your secure container, which to me just means that you've got to see the hatchet runners a lot more now. I think.
Yeah, true.
You know, running in, grabbing items for hideout, and then not caring if they die.
Yeah, but then... Yeah, no, I get that. I think you're potentially going to have... There is obviously the risk of having, like, more RMT.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know? But we shall see how that
We
goes.
shall see. Yeah, we shall see, but nothing really that interesting. I think the second, like I said, the second point's more interesting really than the first. The first point, you know, the increased item hide requirement, that's just making it hardcore, right? You need more to do more.
Yeah.
But I think what would have been interesting, really, in my opinion, is if they would have kept it found in raid, because then that would have added more to the hardcore element. In, you know, not only do you need more of them, but you also still need to get them out with a found in raid status. But that's not that's what they've not done. And you know, well, let's just see how it goes. I mean, I've put stuff up the prison wallet and got it out of raid. So let's let's just see what happens.
First raid, I fully ran and jumped arse first onto a car battery. So you know,
that sounds painful.
Look, you got, mate. It's hardcore wipe. You got to do what you got to do.
You've got to do what you've got to do. Yeah, I completely agree. Completely agree. So, you know, limited hideout ammo crafts. You know, Rita just said then over on the Twitch stream that M61 is still available from Ref. So, look, we just got to see, because if that is the case and M61 is still available from Ref, unless the price for M61 has been skyrocketed through how many GP coins you need, then
it is going to be increased. Nikita did say in a tweet, is Ref going to be nerfed the same as the other traders? And he said that like items would be more expensive.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I think it's good as well that they've buffed kind of hideout spawn items in raid as well. And they've reduced the amount of rare loot. Not that stopped Gaz, who, what was it, his first or second PMC run? Yeah. Found the fucking Ledex on woods, didn't he? Because of course that man is already running around on woods like a psychopath, making me look bad. You know, and he's got his first Ledex out of it as a result. So let's just hope he makes it to level, you know, way over level 30, and he gets the thick case with it. Or he uses it for med station, whatever he wants to do, you know. But hell yeah. A reduced spawn chance of rare loot. Not played enough to see it, so I don't know what it's going to look like. You know, how's labs going to look now? How is labs going to look? Like, you're going to be looking fucking packets of matches on cat or matches, lighters, blue tape.
Yeah, you're going to open yellow to find a fucking screwdriver on the floor, mate. It's
elite pliers. Oh, I've got to get out.
Yeah, I've got to get out. Oh, bog roll. I've got to get out. Yeah. Oh, I need this. Yeah.
Oh, roll and Nicky.
Yeah, a roll and Nicky. Oh, we've got to get out straight away. You know, we'll get that at the prison wallet and we'll get out. So, but yeah, look, I think the community kind of looked at the first page that the Battlestate put out, didn't they? And they were like, oh, you know, okay, fair enough. Flea market's disabled. Okay. Hideout stuff, limited. Yeah, okay, this sounds pretty hardcore. This is, you know, this is going to be fine. But I think it was the second page, wasn't it, where people were like, what is actually going to go on now?
Yes.
So, over on the...
Restricted location accessibility.
Yeah, so the restricted location accessibility, most of the locations will only be accessible through transitions from appropriate locations. Now, like we said at the very start of the pod, you know, Battlestate did fuck this up before. It's now been resolved. However, you know, they did fuck up, and players could go to any map that they wanted to go to. And but now I believe you can only play Ground Zero, Customs, and Factory. And I also believe that on Customs and Factory, scavs are 100%. But they're the 3 maps that you can play, and obviously then you can transit to any other map from them. You know,
the boss item, the boss icons are still up as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if you do want to go and have a punch on with Rashala,
then he's 100%. Yeah. So Rashala's 100%. So what we need to confirm really. So if someone transits to Interchange, for example, is Killer 100%? Because we can't see that, right?
We can't.
So
I mean, I'm guessing not.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Don't know.
I'm guessing he will be, but don't know. I'm pretty sure we'll confirm that later, though.
Not that anyone needs that when they're trying to find their gas analyzers. That angry fucking post box running around. Yeah,
no one needs that, especially at the start of the wipe. However, how many people at the start of a wipe say, "Oh, the boss spawn rates are too low. Oh, the bosses are never here." Well, fuck you guys, because they're in every raid now. So
they're in every raid. Have fun.
Yeah, have fun.
I think that's going to be staggered though. I think they're staggering it, but that's on slide 3 in it. So
yeah, I think they are staggering it.
So a lot of the maps you have to transition from one of the 3 open maps onto those next maps. It does seem like they fixed the transition points, because obviously there was that bug where you could potentially spawn in front of like a squad of people last wipe. That seems to have been fixed, which is nice. Oh, brilliant. Love Discord giving me an advert and screwing up my capture. You shit. Fuck you, Tencent. It's right. I fixed it. It's fine. I'm gonna have to fucking pay for Nitro, aren't I?
No, it's fine.
You're just gonna have to drive down and come do it live with me.
Yeah.
Do it at my place.
Well, you know, as soon as we hit 50 followers, we can be affiliated. So if you've not followed the podcast channel on Twitch, please make sure that you follow it. If you're watching live and don't follow, make sure you drop that follow. And if you're listening, it's twitch.tv/theunheardcast. So make sure that you go over and drop that channel a follow. As soon as we're affiliated, mate, we'll have everything on, and then we'll save up that as much money as we can, and then we'll do the pod in the Weatherspoons.
Yes,
that's the plan. Yeah, that's the plan.
The pod in the Weatherspoons.
Yeah.
On what is it? When's the famous Weatherspoons fucking curry night? That's Monday, isn't it? Monday night curry club.
I don't know, but we will find out, and we will do it on a curry night. Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
You know,
100%.
So, all right, let's talk about the secure container then, and what's going on there then.
So, when it says that meds are restricted, right? You can fit stims in your prison pocket, and that's it. So no running around with a grizzly up your bum and your hemostat, because you get like 3 of them at the start of a wipe. All your meds have essentially got to be in your pockets. And
I believe that also includes survival kits and CMS kits.
Yeah, survival kits and CMS kits also.
That's fucking rough, bro.
Container.
That's fucking rough, bro.
They've also reduced the amount of uses that the CMS kit gives you. So it's gone from 5 to 3. I haven't seen a serve kit yet, or at least I haven't checked a serve kit yet. So it could be that serve kits have dropped down to, like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 11, because they were, they were 15.
I would say that, yeah, they would have dropped down to, I would say, so if the CMSs have dropped from 5 to 3, I imagine that the serve kits would have dropped from 15 to 12.
Yeah.
Or maybe 10. I don't know. I'm pretty sure someone will find out. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we haven't got flea market to check. So
we haven't.
So that's a rip. You know, that's a rip straight off the bat.
So I don't think you start with one either.
No, you don't. You start with CMS, not serve kits. Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
So, but no longer can you put a grizzly in your prison wallet. No longer can you put ammo in your prison wallet.
In your prison wallet.
Yeah.
No.
It's completely game changing, but you can still put loot in your prison wallet. Now, I don't think this is a good idea. I do not like the fact that you can run around, you can find a LEDX, and you can put it in. Oh, up the prison wallet in the secure container, however you want to call it, and then you're getting out with that. I think the hardcore element should be, you find a piece of loot in the game, you should be able to not put it in the secure container. And I think there's more reward then. If I put down a PMC and loot them and they have a LEDX, for example, then there's a lot more reward than me putting down a PMC and them not having it, but they found it, if that makes sense already, and it's in the container. I think that would be a good adjustment. Let us put not necessarily the ammo, because I'm not bothered about the ammo. Yeah, the ammo is what it is. Let us put meds in there, a grizzly, or at least a survival kit, or at the start when you're going into a raid, allow the container to be locked. So if whatever you're putting in there, you can't put meds in there. Yeah. You can put meds in there. You can put, so you can put a grizzly in there. You can put a serve kit in there, a splint, whatever you want to put in there, you can put in there. Ammo. Well, I'm on about meds specifically. I'm not bothered about the ammo. The ammo is what it is. And then that locks when you go into raid. So then that no longer allows you to take anything out or put anything in. I think that makes sense, not just for the hardcore wipe, but for the game going forward.
In general.
Yeah, because... yeah.
I do see what you mean, but then you could also, and I think this would cause an awful lot of stink. You could they did it a while ago at the end of a wipe, where your secure container, you could loot PMC secure containers that you'd killed. So you could do that, or they could have just removed them for the wipe. Yeah.
I think removing them would have made... Yeah. It's almost like it's just being used now for, I found a tool set, let's get it up there. I found a LEDX, let's get it up there. There's the evasion armband, I need that, let's get that up there. It's that insurance of
9 MS. Yeah, I'm going to carry 9 MS2000 markers up me bum.
Yeah. Because I can do that now.
I need to mark my lighthouse in one hit.
Yeah, because I can do that. So, look, it is what it is. I think Battlestate have said that things may change. I think they very much got their ears on the ground and listening to the community.
100%.
Which is why I said before that I think quests are going to come a lot quicker than what they originally thought. I wouldn't be surprised if they're actually here, ready for the weekend. But yeah, it's a good change, but I don't think it's hardcore enough. I really don't think it's hardcore enough, mate.
Man nearly uninstalled the game, an hour and a half ago? And he's like, it's not hard enough.
No, but I don't think it is. But if you're gonna do, if you say that you're gonna do a hardcore wipe,
then do a hardcore wipe.
And it's an extra challenging wipe. You're marketing it as an extra challenging wipe. Then fucking make it extra challenging. Lock the secure container. I get that you can't store ammo, currency, and meds. I get that, right? And currency is a big one, I would say, because if you're going to put money for car extracts now, you've got to keep it in your rig. So you will. Sorry, I've just collapsed my keyboard under my desk. You can put not having money in there, that's great. Not having ammo in there is great, but I don't know. Maybe there might changes. I don't know, but for me at the moment, it just doesn't feel hardcore enough.
I think they are gonna make changes. So it is definitely a case that please do remember to check on the community website. All right, if there are surveys up, do those surveys. If you get bugs, report the bugs. If you can clip those bugs, even better. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's gonna help. Look, at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, an awful lot of people love to absolutely dumpster Battlestate. They love to dumpster Tarkov. Yet they still play it every wipe. Yeah, but they will quite happily sit on the internet and slag off the game, slag off the devs. But at the end of the day, right, and I said this in the last kind of patch video that I did. At the end of the day, the amount of people that shit on it that hard and still play, we obviously want the game to succeed. We want the company to do well, because otherwise we wouldn't still be playing it, right?
Exactly.
Submit this shit. It's going to help. at the end of the day.
And we're
It's gonna
so
help.
close to 1.0 as well. Like, we're so close to
mate.
it. Like, people don't understand. Like, this is potentially the last wipe before the full game is released. And that's fucking
it is,
sick.
It's amazing.
Sick in a good
It's
way, not
amazing.
sick in a bad way. Let me just clarify that. It's like, it's really good. Like we're months away from 1.0, like full game release. Like, man, I've been playing this game for 5 years. People have been playing it for longer. Like, it's been out for a lot longer than that. But 5 years playing one game is a fucking long time, mate. And we've seen the ups, we've seen the downs. We've seen it when you could Ferrari peek around the corner. We've seen it before you like before heavy bleeds came in. Before you could drop a backpack. We've seen it before you could vault. All this shit. We've seen and we've been through it. Now it just feels like it's we're moments away, and now it feels like Battlestate being Battlestate have just tortured the whole community in this hardcore event. But it's not a negative. It's not a negative. It's
no, not at all.
It's Tarkov, and Nikita's always been a fan of, like, it's a hardcore game, and he did say that this would come, and he's a man of his word, and here it is. So yeah.
I think that at the end of the day, right, and as much as there's like people want the game to be played, and they want the game to be a specific thing, and they want the game to play the way that they want it, and as much as Battlestate and Nikita and all the devs want community input, at the end of the day, this is Battlestate's game.
Yeah.
Right? You never know, like, they could go, you know what, this wipe went so well, this is just gonna be what the game is.
Yeah. They have the power to do that.
And they've got the power to do that, and at the end of the day, it's their baby, it's their vision, it's their dream. They are the first kind of people to do this, like, extraction shooter, hardcore survival, XYZ game, right? And we've seen so many iterations of this. Do you remember when you could put mags in your secure container and grenades?
Mate, I remember when you could heal, pack a mag at the same and eat at the same time. Like, I remember when you could heal, pack a mag, and eat at the same time. It's like, and now it's come on a long way, mate. It's come on a long way.
Yeah, Sam's just put in the chat, it's one wipe at the end of the day, make it proper hard, remove everyone's cases, stash size, the item, stash size, the size of an item's case, fence only traders, team size, max of 3.
That makes
make it.
I like some of the things in there. I like some of the things in there. Like, I don't think the max team size should be 3. Like, if you want to run 5, you can run 5. That's absolutely fine.
I hate playing 5 stacks.
I
Unless
do,
it's
but
with
like,
the boys and we're having a piss about.
Exactly. Yeah. I get that.
Chaotic.
Yeah, it is chaotic. Yeah, but definitely, make it hard. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But going back to what we were saying before, like, for all we know, when 1.0 drops, there could be a mode where it's hardcore, so you can select. Do you want to play the hardcore mode? Do you want to play the casual mode? If you play the hardcore, this is the real set. You play the casual mode, this is the real set. People will have the option to do that, and this is the option. This is what the hardcore element looks like. Anyway, as we always do on this podcast, we always start on a topic and end up in another topic. So limited trader interaction. So they've reduced the range of available medicine, weapons, and ammo and armor. So weapon, medicines, ammo, and armor. They've limited the range that's available. So I imagine that no longer now can you buy a Salwa from Therapist, or you might not be able to buy a Grizzly, or you might not be able to buy bleed meds. It's very early.
They cost more money.
Yeah. Or you can't buy M80 from Peacekeeper. But again, this is all fine, but it's too early for us to comment because it's day one, and we don't know what this kind of looks like at the moment.
Yeah.
So. And then obviously,
slide 3.
Yeah. Well, the last thing on that, what they've put is, and then just to finish that off, they've put that there's a reduced item selling price and increased purchase price. So, if you're selling an item, reduced item selling price and increased purchase price.
So you get less money when you're selling items to the traders.
To the
and
traders.
Stuff from the traders.
Because obviously, going back to slide 1, like we said, there's no flea market, so you can't just dump stuff on there. Everything has to be sold to your traders. So you're gonna get less money for the item, and if you want to buy something like the Salwa or the bleed med from Therapist, for instance, you're gonna pay a lot more than what you would have done last wipe. So yeah.
I think I bought an AI 2 earlier, and if I remember rightly, they might have been like 5 or 6k last wipe.
Yeah.
From Therapist, and it was like 12,000 rubles.
Mm-hmm. Well, look, it's gonna get the that was the second thing that they posted, and you know, then the community started to get a little bit hot, and the poo started to come out a little bit, and they were like, oh, you know, what's this, and then they dropped the fucking bomb of all bombs, and came out with the third one. Yeah.
So, 100% boss spawn chance on all locations.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether or not this is going to be staggered, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it does look like bosses are 100% for the entire wipe.
Well, we can see them now that in customs and factory. The little red skull is on the map, so you know the little red skull's on the map, so it's definitely 100% boss spawn on customs and on factory. Now, with customs, whether this includes the goons, we don't know. I'll be honest, I haven't played customs. I've played Shoreline and I've played Ground Zero. I have not played customs. So we don't know that. We don't know if the goons are included in that or not. So, but 100% boss spawn chance. It's just like what we're saying, like Postman Pat's running after you in interchange. And it's like, you know, you're going to absolutely get your fucking shit handed to you because, you know, you're running a packet and
it's going to be
Play-Doh.
It's going to be running around trying to get you 25-meter bolty kills on factory and just getting chased around by Tagilla with his sledgehammer. Though, right, as much as it's going to be difficult, imagine how good it feels when you're in factory trying to do stirrup and you slot Tagilla in the back of the head. And then you get out with all of his stuff. You think about that. Even if he's running his baby AK, right? He usually runs that with what 3 or 4 30-rounders full of BT or BP or BS sometime. Like if you can get out with that stuff, you are laughing, dude.
Yeah.
Like you could almost run it straight back, cosplayers to Gilla, right, and then just go and mop through a load of Timmys.
Yeah.
Like, I think Perry did it a couple of wipes ago, and obviously this wasn't in hardcore mode, but he went onto factory for his first run, killed Tagilla, and then basically spent the next 10 raids bullying Timmys on factory, cosplaying as Tagilla to get, like, even more stuff and get more XP up. So, you know, so last night I finished Swift one, and then was like, fuck it, let's go and try and kill some of the bosses with a VPO bolty with APM, like naked, like I was doing Swift one for a bit of a laugh. And I killed Tag. Like, imagine how good that's going to feel for this wipe.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't really care if I lived or died last night because I knew that wipe was today. It didn't really bother me, but it was still so satisfying when I killed him.
I think the most hilarious part of that though was that, you killed Tag naked with a VPO, but then went in with an Alton and got absolutely handed a fucking, to get the fuck out. Yeah. So it's like,
Meta Mutant full of MAIAP, and I died wearing an Alton to Tag Sledgehammer. But no, shoot him in the back of the head twice with APM and he falls over. Hilarious. We love it. We do love it.
So they said that there's a reduced experience. You get reduced experience now for killing enemies and dying. How that works, I don't know. Reduced experience for killing enemies and dying. So, you die in a raid, you're going to get shit XP. But killing enemies? So, if you play a raid, kill 10 scavs.
Kill a scav.
Or let's just say, you play a raid, kill 10 scavs. Extract. Great. But then, if you kill a raid, if you play a raid, don't kill 10 scavs and extract. Are you going to get more XP doing that? Sounds like it.
No, I think basically the amount of XP you get for killing each enemy, be that AI, be that a PMC, it's just lower, right? And then if you die, it's even lower. Because I think I got what, when I killed those 8 scavs on my second ground zero run, I think I got like 3,500 XP.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that would have been last wipe. Probably more. Probably like maybe 4.
Maybe 4 or 5. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
But on the other hand of that, you get increased experience for surviving, which is fine.
Yeah.
And then the last thing that they wrote was that there's increased AI difficulty.
Well, right?
Increased AI difficulty. Like, I've not seen that. I'll be honest.
Scabs are fucking angry.
I've not seen it.
Like, they push and they push. So them 7 scabs that I killed the majority of them. I killed the majority of them in the Terror Group car park, right?
Yeah.
One thing I did notice is that scab on scab violence, right, happens between AI scabs now. Right? So I was fighting these scabs. One of them shot a shotgun, hit another one of the scabs, and that scab then turned round and started fighting the scab that had shot the shotgun at me because it had wounded him.
Yeah.
So there were like 3 scabs fighting each other whilst I'm trying to heal a heavy bleed, panicking because I'm running out of pistol ammo.
Yeah.
Like, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
So I let them 2 kill each other and then killed the winner of the fight. And then, but like, they are pushy and they push.
I love that.
Now,
I let them 2 kill each other and then killed.
With a shotgun.
Just going back to what you said there. I let them 2 kill each other and then I killed the winner. I love that. That is fucking so ratty, but I absolutely love it.
Mate.
I love
GG's,
it, mate.
Like, fuck you, ChatGPT. You get killed by a real person, not another AI.
Yeah, I love it, mate. I love it.
I thought that was quite interesting. that happens now because I don't think that happened last wipe.
Yeah. No,
Like,
I love it.
And I don't think it was too early in the raid to be a player scav.
Yeah.
Not way too early in the raid. It was quite interesting that happens. Like, and I mean, maybe it did happen last wipe, and I just never saw it. But yeah, I'll have to watch the video back.
So they're the 3 tiles. They're the 3 slides that Battlestate put out. It kind of, the first one set the level, the second one set it into space, and then the third one was just like, okay, while we're up here, like, this is happening as well. So like, the first and third were all right, but the second one, I think people started to go, oh, right, you got to transit. This is shit. You got to transit. But, and we've already covered it. Like, I think the biggest one was what Nikita said today. Is when Nikita come out and said that, about at the start of the hardcore wipe, he said, also, at the start of the hardcore wipe, there'll be no quests. There won't be quests for some period of time, except dailies or weeklies, and the chances of key spawns are increased, and new spawn point for them are also added. So, chances of key spawns increased, and new spawn points for them are added. So, GG's, I guess. I mean, I spoke to Rita about this, and, kind of, I've said this at the start, like, just give me my quests. Tell me what I have to do. Like, let me go and kill the scavs. Do you reckon the quests are going to change? Do you reckon that they're going to make you kill 50 scavs and find the machine guns?
No, I reckon they're going to keep it the same because I think it's just going to be exponentially harder anyway, innit? I just want to unlock Jaeger, man. Like, that's the one thing that's pissed me off. I want to get my VPO 215.
Yeah.
The quest for me was a big fat F. Why? Sal, we've already discussed that, babe. Sal does just want to play WoW.
Yeah, I actually do. I actually do want to play WoW. And Rita's also said that the question for him was a big fat F. Yeah. I actually think it was. It was a massive L. But again,
I don't mind it, to be honest.
Because
there's no structure to the game.
I absolutely agree with that, Rita, because it's like the only quests I want to be doing now are the ones with a fucking exclamation mark and a shield wrapped around them, mate. On World of Warcraft.
Yeah, that was a WoW reference, Rita.
That's the only, that's the only fucking quest I want to be doing right now, mate. If I'm being completely honest with you, but
fight other players or just go play arena. Yeah,
absolutely
true,
right.
But then, does it necessarily have to be that much structure if it's hardcore? Like, because it does give you the ability to go and adventure and explore. And yeah, we do obviously know the maps, but that isn't necessarily a problem. You know, like it's going to give you the opportunity to do. Hardcore was supposed to be harder, not empty, but it's not though. The maps are still packed, man. This is the thing. Like, I don't necessarily think that having structure maybe for a week. Yeah, but you can transit to other maps, can't you? Woods is dead. Well, go and loot it. You know what I mean? Like, go and loot it. Go run factory and then transition into woods and go and loot the living daylights out of it, man. Like, think of the stuff that you're going to be able to find on that map. You know, like, you're going to be able to find so many more quest items. I do get what you're saying, and I think that maybe if they didn't have the quest, they potentially should have had more maps available to give more people the freedom of movement. So, and like, you transit and immediately run into another squad. Is that still happening, Rita?
Well, Axel's
Rita, once because you've transited, right?
Well, Axel's just tweeted now saying transits are broken as fuck. Few teams can spawn in the same spawn. This is so GG.
Ah, right, and it's happened to Rita twice. So, question, Sal, if you boot game up now, can you immediately go to streets now that you transitioned to it?
That is a good point, and I will check that now, mate. But I imagine no, but we will check that.
No, you can't? Okay, because I wonder whether or not that might have been an option to kind of give people that more freedom of movement. So, like, once you transited to a map once, or you transited to all of the maps once, say, you could then just travel to those maps, if that makes sense.
It turns out that booting the game has actually stopped my podcast recording, which is great. Thank you.
That's right. I'm still recording, so it's fine.
It's great, you know, but it's like, you know, it's fucking not good, is it, mate? Like, you gotta transit. Yeah, you gotta die immediately. Yes, you gotta fucking rage. Yes, you are gonna fucking rage. I cannot go to streets.
Okay.
Cannot go to streets.
I think maybe that would have been an option, because that could have even been like an opening extra quest, right? That you transition to all of the maps, not even in one go, but you transition to all of the maps once, right? And it unlocks those maps so you can travel to them if you want. But maybe there was a restriction on it, so you would get less XP if you just spawn into that map rather than transition into it.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting as well, right? It would be really interesting that maybe in 1.0 that you are able to get the BTR to transition you. So you could potentially go, right, I want to go from woods to, I don't know, customs, and the BTR takes you, or shoreline, or whatever. And then you spawn in at a normal spawn point, or on, like, the road. Like, if there's going to be, the BTR is going to be available across all of the maps, that'd be pretty cool.
I'm reading a tweet now. Sorry, I'm just like, we're at the stage of the podcast now where, like, we've talked about the shit that they've done. That's fine. We've got the concept for that. Now I'm scrolling Twitter, mate. And now I'm in that deep, dark fucking zone of Twitter. And I'm just like, so Landmark said, this wipe is ... interesting. Fine. That's great. No problem. Offender has said, so, like, what do we do? Transit into an empty map. GG. And then the funniest one, which really got me, was that Trey24 has just said, pain. And then Mr. Gibbon have said, so I've had 2 raids in Tarkov so far. I went ahead and insured my kit twice, and now I'm broke. It was a fun wipe while it lasted. So that is the, you know, it's the fucking best tweet that I've seen so far. Like, yeah, because we were on about this at the start. Like, the cost to insure so much.
When was the last time that Gibbon actually played a full wipe at Tarkov? Like, he is an absolute sweat on DayZ, and I get that because he gets amazing content out of it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think a lot of the problem is, or not necessarily a lot of the problem, but I think a lot of the problem with the Tarkov community is that basically because you have these massive streamers, and I'm not knocking them, as soon as they get a vocal opinion, because they've got such reach, like it's just like, you know, there's so many people within their communities like lock into that rather than.
Well, this is a problem. This is a fucking problem though, and this has been a problem for ages. Like, and it kind of feels like it's fucking getting worse because it's like so many of these people, and we know that Battlestate have got a Discord, and that people sit in the Discord, like these streamers are all like in this Discord or whatever. Like, it's only a matter of time before they start going, oh well, I think not having quests was a bad idea, and then long behold, the magic wand of Battlestate Games is instructed, and then boom, we've got quests. Or, you know, they say, when's
100%.
when's wipe, next thing, fucking you know, it was a prime example. I think it'd be a good idea if Battlestate told us when wipe would be. Next thing, Nikita fucking tweets out saying wipes tomorrow, which I found absolutely hilarious, by the way, because the AI bot in Twitter, Grok, was kind of like saying, yeah, wipes confirmed for the 9th, blah 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 blah, and then Grok got questioned by someone else, and then it quickly backtracked and went, yeah, I think we jumped the gun, but it turns out anyway it was wipe.
Yeah, but I think because Nikita tweeted it out, and he tweeted it out in Russian, everyone was like, doubt, like insert the doubt gif.
The amount of hits
LA
Google
one.
Translate would have had are just fucking unbelievable, mate.
Oh mate, 100%.
I was one of them. So look.
Oh, I waited for Axel to do the translation for me on Twitter. I was like, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
And he was like, this is Russian for wipe is tomorrow. I was like, all right, sounds.
Yeah.
Problem solved. Thank you, Axel.
So if you was to sum up your first few games on the hardcore wipe, how would you sum them up, mate?
I mean, I'm enjoying it, other than the fact that me prison pocket is a little bit sore because I sat on a car battery.
Yeah, that is great.
I mean, like, the distinct lack of surprise that I got extract camped on my first raid, considering last wipe, my first raid, I got killed by a hacker. Like, I'm just, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it develops and how, like, it kind of impacts how I play and whatever else, you know.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you're going to do the full wipe?
Yeah, I will do.
Mm-hmm.
I will do. Whether or not I sweat it as much as wipes I've done before, because it's like, I've got other games that I want to play. I've got other things that I want to do. I've got other content that I want to make in terms of like gaming content and other bits and pieces. So like, I'm definitely still going to play the whole wipe. Whether or not, like, I mean, I don't think I've been I definitely am still a Tarkov main streamer. Yeah. But there's other stuff that I want to do. Like, I'm playing that Trench Tales game. We're playing WoW. Like, I've got hobby stuff that I want to do. I've got World of Tanks stuff that I want to do to try and kind of get my name out in the kind of World of Tanks scene. Yeah. Because they sponsor Tank Fest, and I want to go back next year and hopefully get hold of a press pass, which would be amazing. So there's like there's a lot of stuff that I want to do in terms of like other content as well. Yeah. But yeah, I'm still going to play the wipe, man. I'm definitely still going to play the wipe. It's going to be quite interesting. I'm going to find it real interesting when like the quests do come in, how much more difficult they're going to be. Yeah. Because of like finding keys, because of, you know, all of this other stuff that we need to do. It's going to be quite interesting. It's definitely going to be really interesting.
So, all right, let's have a little talk about the prestiges then, because obviously with this wipe we've seen prestige 3 and 4 come out. Which, you know, if you're going to get prestige 3, fucking GG to you, because like it's going to be tough.
Apparently, oh my god, I pressed the wrong button.
Oh, bye.
Yeah, so I've done it again.
Hey, bye.
Fuck's sake. Professional streamer.
Yeah. So like, you was going to say apparently
there may well be, and I don't know whether I believe him because it is Rita after all. There is a secret 5th prestige.
Okay.
Whether or not that's going to be introduced this wipe or not, but we will find out later on.
Okay.
Probably next week when some absolute lunatic prestiges for the 5th time in like 72 hours.
Let's have a little look then. Now to get it, you're gonna have to. I think the requirements are the same. The only difference is, so instead of having charisma 15 for prestige 2, you now need to have 20. And then there's no difference between having 20 for prestige 3 and prestige 4. So the only jump up is that instead of getting level 15 charisma now, you've got to get level 20 charisma. The rewards that you get for prestige 3, so you get the drop ceiling, you get the gold dog tags for prestige 3. You get the PMC Origins figurine, which is a new figurine. Charisma stats, there's a new voice line, which is Vitally, which is the Burr, and Rob, which is the USAC. You can actually go and listen to them now in the Prestige tab, and if you want to go and listen to them. You also get a poster, an armband, an honor mannequin pose, which kind of looks a little bit ripped off from Helldivers, and some targets, and then icons. And then in 4, you get the green Hawaii shirt, the blue Hawaii shirt, charisma, darts board target, some more mannequin stuff, some more posters, some more icons. So yeah, Prestige 3 and 4 are out. I got 1 at the end of last wipe. I don't think I'm going to go for 2 in this wipe. I think I'll probably got to wait now until 1.0 when it calms down a little bit for me to do that. So yeah, you know, and let's talk about Hawaiian shirts for a second. Battlestate have released 2, right? City. When I kind of look at it, but I actually love it, and like the amount of people that have bought them, the amount of people running it, but they're cool. You know, and I think what we're probably going to do on the podcast is probably going to run a bit of a competition to you know, for some keys for some. So definitely keep an eye out for that over on the socials. We'll definitely be doing that very, very soon. And and yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, what are your thoughts on the new drip, mate?
Mate, I love it. I love it.
It is very Vice City, isn't it?
If next live podcast that we do, we can both purchase an equally awful Hawaiian shirt. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, it's also given me an idea to record like a stupid video of like a party on the beach on Lighthouse.
Oh, you mean like the one that we did for Kevin? Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. One of them ones, you mean?
That was honestly brilliant. That is brilliant. Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about what Dryman just said in the chat, by the way? Hardcore wiping is what I do after a 3 a.m. kebab.
Yeah. Straight away after the 3 a.m. kebab. It would be the next day after a 3 a.m. kebab for me. The Nicky is on ice.
It's on ice. Yeah. It's when you tell boss man to add more chili sauce because you are hammered, and then the next day you spend the rest of the day regretting your life choices. Yeah.
So, I mean, other than that, mate, have you got anything else to add to the Tarkov wipe hype?
No, mate. I'm just really looking forward to it. Like, I think that there are some fairly valid concerns, and it's going to be interesting to see how it changes over the next couple of weeks for sure. Just in terms of seeing whether or not there are loads of issues. Like, obviously, Rita's said that there are still transit issues. Axel's tweeted out there are transit issues. So, yeah, I can totally see there being an awful lot of problems. But, yeah, we shall see how it proceeds. Like, I'm just interested to see how it goes, you know, and how people kind of receive it. Because I'm looking forward to it. Like, you know, I really enjoy Tarkov, and Tarkov with a little bit of a tweak and a little bit more kind of difficult is going to be interesting for me, because I've never done like a hardcore playthrough, whereas I know that an awful lot of people have. So yeah.
Predictions for your all right, let's do this then. So predictions for the level that you're going to get to this wipe.
If I can get to max traders, I'll be happy.
Okay, so 43.
42, yeah.
Or 42, yeah. Okay, yeah. So 42 for you. I'm going to go level 1. So I'm never
Level
playing
1.
it. No, I'm joking. I'm fucking joking. I'm definitely going to go and try and get at
level
least
80 in World of Warcraft.
Soon. That'll be tonight. I'm actually gonna go for level, probably the same. Probably level 42, yeah.
Yeah? Alright.
Thanks, Arena. The Arena will get me there. And bring on the Battle Pass.
Yeah.
So, they did a wipe on Arena, if anyone's interested.
Yeah, it was a partial wipe, wasn't it? So,
yeah.
What did they do?
They basically stopped anyone from using ref. That was it. They stopped anyone from using ref. They've reset character levels, skills, stash, and stats. Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that means my Christmas baubles aren't in my stash anymore.
That does mean that. Yeah, that does that. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. What are we gonna do?
Trader loyalty and standing changed. Unearned achievements are reset. Progress not reset. So armory progress, battle pass progress, presets and earned achievements, and ARP ratings. So, if you need to complete the battle pass like I do, go and do it now before they wipe it. And
100%. Yeah, get it done. Stop fucking about. Get it done.
Yeah, and then once you unlock ref, he's going to start sending you all of those goodies that you use in main game.
Yeah. So, but it's been fun, and you know what, mate? It's been really good to go live on Twitch.
It has been, mate. Yeah, it's been. It's
been
really, really good.
And to see all the people chatting in the away in the chat, it's been really good. So, thank you everyone who's taking the time to watch. I imagine that we're going to be putting this up on YouTube, so we need to obviously bounce it down, edit it. I've also done the audio version, which I'm going to be working on, which will hopefully be released on Spotify sometime early next week. And then, and yeah, we really want to do more of these live things, because it kind of, for me and Sneaks, it kind of feels like instead of us sitting down and recording a pod, we're kind of, it's recorded, it's out there, like we can the VOD's still going to be here. We can, put it on YouTube a lot quicker.
Yeah.
And it's less stress sitting down and editing, right?
I think what I'll probably end up doing is putting just the raw recording of the pod, and maybe chop out some of the like dead space and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'll just probably put the raw recording up onto YouTube, because then we can chop it into shorts and stuff like that. So be expecting an awful lot more Unheard Podcast content soon, TM. Soon.
So, well, yeah, for me, I've got nothing else to add, mate. I think we've covered everything in the hour and 20 minutes we've been live.
Yeah, 100%. Should we go and raid Gaz and then go and play some World of Warcraft?
So we'll go and raid Gaz, and then we'll do some raids on World of Warcraft. Yeah.
Hell, yes, brother.
So, but yeah, look, guys.
All right.
Yeah, thank you very much for taking the time to chill and to listen to the podcast. We really do appreciate every single person who likes, listens, and engages. Our community is the best community. Yeah, it is always appreciated. Yeah. So, but for now, I'm gonna let Mr. Sneaks, my partner in crime, talk you guys out. But for me, from the 24, thank you very much, and hope everyone has a good wipe. And yeah, over to you, Mr. Sneaks.
Right. Thank you very much for being here, and we will catch you very, very, very soon. Go and give Gaz some love, and also keep an eye on the socials for giveaways and stuff like that. I think I've got arena keys. We're gonna potentially do some clothing giveaways, maybe even like a main game account and stuff like that. So spread the word, and yeah, thank you very much for being here and helping us on our progress to affiliate. We will catch you later. Peace.